called, I danced hip-hop music as loud as the speakers would go.
When I was younger, I used to think that the stars would pop out behind me like Superman in the movies. Now that I'm 12, I know what special effects are.
When I was younger, I would forget about my Halloween candy the day after Halloween, and my parents would eat it all. Now that I'm 12, I know to hide my candy and not give it to my parents. Put it in a jar.
When I was younger, I begged my parents to let me ride the merry-go-rounds. Now that I'm 12, I beg and beg to ride the biggest rides at the fair.
When I was younger, I used to sleep on my dad's shoulders whenever we went on hikes. Now that I'm 12, I have to walk on my own.
When I was younger, I liked playing cars. Now that I'm 12, I sort of like to play with them with my 4-year-old neighbor.
When I was younger, I did not know much about the world. Now that I'm 12, I know too much about the world.
When I was younger, I hated my brother. Now that I'm 12, I love him.
When I was younger, I got bored learning Flash. Now that I'm 12, I love programming.
When I was younger, my knowledge of math was at a standstill. I could barely add numbers together. Now that I'm 12, my knowledge of math has reached far beyond, and I know how to solve quadratic equations and factorize polynomials.
When I was younger, I wanted to sleep with my parents or my siblings every night. Now that I'm 12, the thought of sleeping with them is terrifying.
When I was younger, I hated sleeping and wanted to stay awake forever. Now that I'm 12, I can never get enough.
When I was younger, I used to play Doom on I Am Too Young to Die. Now that I'm 12, I play Doom on a harder difficulty on Ultra Violence.
When I was younger, the world was an unfamiliar and startling place, full of noise and other things never seen by me. Now that I'm 12, the world was familiar yet still intimidating in various aspects.
When I was younger, the grass was the ocean, the hammock was a parachute, and the porch was an island right to explore. The trees scraped the sky, and everything was lessons learned. But now that I'm 12, the grass is grass, the trees are small, the hammock is just a hammock, but the world is still a lesson to learn.
When I was younger, I used to try to reach the cookie jar. Now that I'm 12, I make them myself at midnight and have them for breakfast.
Not today. When I was younger, I would attempt to steal from the cookie jar at any given moment. Now that I'm 12, I know how to wait until I'm home alone to open the cabinet.
When I was younger, I believed in the tooth fairy. Now that I'm 12, I know that my mom was the one putting money under my pillow.
When I was younger, I would bite my thumb. Now that I'm 12, I don't.
When I was younger, I liked nail polish. Now that I'm 12, when my sister does anything with nail polish, I walk in the opposite direction.
When I was younger, I was afraid of heights. Now that I'm 12, I can climb to the top of the mountains.
Oh, terrain. Oh, rain. Your soft, cool drops cool down the hot desert. That is our lives. We keep rivers running plentifully. Some people think when you flood us, you're angry, but I believe this is your sign of gratitude towards us. Some shame you by holding umbrellas to shield them from your blue gloves, but I lean my head back and let my face be soaked with your water. You take the chore of watering the plants when you don't have time. Oh, rain, thank you for your water. Too late, Grandpa. I never got to meet you. I never got to see you. Because I was too late, Grandpa. We left the world before I began. Now I only know you in stories. How you flew a fighter jet in World War II. How you loved to read in your face as it was in. How you were a surgeon and did test procedures on a fake skeleton in the basement. I'll miss you, Grandpa, even though I never got to meet you, never got to see you, because I was too late, Grandpa.
A storm at sea. The mighty ship crashes through the waves in the unforgiving ocean, as the storm makes me wish I was on land. The land I love, not the ship. The land is for me, but the waves and the storm force me to stay in the ocean. The vast ocean, so different from land, is the angry storm that will not let me off the ship, controls the waves, which controls me. Out here it's only me, and the ocean and the waves. Why did I ever leave the land? I wonder as I stand upon the ship that is traveling deeper into this the growing storm, surrounding me and swallowing the ship. The storm that befriends the ocean decides to attack the land with help from the waves. The monstrous waves and the deadly storm devastate the land, completely against me, as the ocean finally eats up the ship. The ship is shattered from the waves, and the ocean and the storm has finally won. It's me and the land. And I also did a poem about rain, of fairies dancing on the roof at night, but lightning strikes and a herd of elephants interrupts the party. But the fairies dance on until their time is up, and the more are coming, one by one, the fairies slide down my window, disappearing in the grass, and the hypnotic rhythm slowly sends me into a deep sea.
Everywhere you go, you can't see anything that goes. Being swallowed up by darkness. Everything you see is darkness. I try to go where everything goes. I would like to go where everything goes. Everywhere I go, I see darkness. I am afraid to go. Full moon. It brings brightness in the midnight sky. It is as bright as a star. You look at it and all your fears will be washed away. Look at it and all the darkness will be washed away. Even in brightness, you can still see the full moon in the sky. The full moon floats in space, being a forever star. In space, it is surrounded by billions of stars. Although it may be far away, we can always see it in the dark sky.
If only days were filled with new things, and now it's time for school that happens every morning. If only my grandparents could visit more often. If only Russia was closer. If only I could make the unexpected happen and see who I was meant to be. If only I was known for something. If only I could prove to be as strong as anybody. And if only people saw what life really is. Strong, but just as fragile. This is called the bathroom poem. As I enter, a low odor reeks from the bathroom. It coils around me. Everything is dark and poisoned. A misty fog clouds my head. There is no oxygen, no way out. The smell makes a wall. It surrounds me, corners me. A foul stench clogs my throat. There is no way to fight it. Aimlessly, I wave my hands in desperation, but to no avail. I try to stay strong, but I am captured in its grasp, and all seems lost. Then I see my escape, like a ray of light in the darkest room, a knight standing noble in combat, a lion roaring fiercely, Febreze air freshener. I spray till I stand in the rubble, until someone calls it out, yet again.
This is a Sistina called the Coyote. I smile when I'm walking, and suddenly I'm feeling fresh air all around me, until he comes, the coyote. The coyote. I've stopped smiling, and my mouth is wide open, wanting to speak, but there is only quiet. He is just walking yards away from me. I stop running. My heart is beating faster than I can run, but the coyote doesn't notice me, and my long-gone smile. For a straight path it is walking, and everything is quiet. Everything still stays quiet, though I start running, going closer to him walking, the coyote. As I crouch down behind bushes, I smile, but it is still not noticing. And that's just fine with me. I just wish to watch in the quiet. I'm still smiling, and I don't run, for the coyote has its own path it's walking. His multicolored legs walk smoothly along the train tracks, 30 feet away from me. The movements of the coyote are swift and quiet. He never runs, his eyes facing forward, not noticing the girl on the hill, silently smiling. As I'm smiling, he's walking, then I take off running back to the house that belongs to me, and slips away almost unnoticed goes the light. This is called feline yawn. You stretch out your legs and roll on your back, an obvious order to pay. You open your mouth to yawn as I stroke your matted coat of fur, as if you are a king who requires daily pampering. Your yawn reveals your sharp teeth in the tiny feline mouth of yours. As you finish yawning, your eyelids slowly close and you meow loudly, like you really are the king of the cage.
crawls from the depths of the gaping abyss, dripping tar and crying tears of ghastly youth. Its moist eyes glisten as it sinks its teeth greedily into the pure, fresh air, poisoning it with its sticky saliva, sending bulging black shrouds into the clouds above. Its sluggish chemicals drip into the ocean, coloring the water black as soot. Its royal subjects feed in smoke and filth. As it is fed, it grows bigger and bigger until it threatens to swallow the world. I stare at the rotting plank of wood on the ground, wet with morning dew and bristling with rusty nails. I turn the board over, revealing its dry underside. Termites skitter away from the holes they have carefully burrowed in porous wood. As I do this, I wonder, where did the old board come from? A large majestic tree of forest, or a small sick twig of a tree clinging to stone, roots looking feebly for water? Was this board once made for something? Was it created for a gleaming mansion or a small cold shack? Or was it created to lay in the grass, rotting and unused? What was this board meant for?
Why you?
Why did you?
Makes the mountain tall, the forest bare, the stream grow clear.
Must be all the sugar.
Yay, sugar. She makes the mountain tall, the forest bare, the stream flow free, equals free and warm. The clickers go. The herons croak. The eagle. Why am I slipping?
Keep going, James. You're doing fine.
The tree leaves like coarse silk. No, I didn't say the eagles. The eagles cry, the tree leaves like coarse silk. Long ago she made these things. Excuse me. Long ago she made these things, and long have they been corrupted. Touch no willow with saw, or axe, torch no oak with flame. Heal the damage. Heal the damage that we have done with the healing hand. Yay! If only this poem is called "If Only I Had a Cat." Apparently the title is "If Only I Had a Cat" by James, but that's never mind. If only my family would accept a cat. If only my dog, you don't hate cats. And if only my dog didn't hate cats, and cats not hate my dog. If only my 2 uncles and 1 grandpa weren't allergic, then maybe you could sleep in my room. And keep me company when my family walks. If only my family had a cat, a toy that wouldn't expire for a long, long time. Being able to relax and play, then maybe I won't be lonely. You decide.
So this poem is called Sunset. Streaks of pink across a blank canvas. Blue turns to gold, gold to orange. Herds of sheep amble across a field of colors, bellies tinged with purple. A bronze ball sinks slowly into the hill, leaving no returns. And these are 3 haikus. So, a bird spreads its wings, soars high into the blue sky, sings to the bright summer. The doe and duck sleep, the dove's head tucked under wing, the world is quiet. Pebble, skimming on blue liquid glass that ripples, lands forever.
Good afternoon, everybody.
It's evening, Mr.
My first poem is called The Pizza Poem that I've made a couple of weeks ago. I don't know when. So this is an ode poem, Ode to Pizza. Hope you guys enjoy the poem. Oh pizza, I love you so much. Pizza, you make me hungry. My body feels excited. My face is happy. My eyes are very delighted with joy. Pizza, if you make me hungry, I will like and eat the pizza. The last poem that I've made is a Fraps poem. So this is the last poem I'll be presenting you guys. Fraps poem. Fraps is my favorite program to use. I use Fraps to record my videos and put them to YouTube as a saying. Fraps is a good program to use for the PC. Also, Fraps can be DirectX or OpenGL. The bad news is Fraps is not a free program. Fraps cost $37 to buy. But do not try to get Camtasia Studio or other recording programs for the PC. If you don't get Fraps, you will be forced to buy it, and you'll have to create a Fraps account.
If only I had an older sister to tell me what I will come upon. Instead, I'm stuck being one, telling my sister everything there is to know, and helping her with homework. I want someone to do that for me. If only I had a dog to keep me company, make boring times fun, then I could tell secrets to the dog, not telling my sister. If only I didn't have the scar on my left hip. The incident being when I was 4 months. I was helpless. I couldn't do anything about it. What really happened? If only I had more friends, then maybe I would have parties all night long instead of baking cookies at midnight. If only I was a better gardener. Instead, the tomatoes I grew turned unripe. The carrots are a centimeter long. Even the flowers seem to die. If only I had less homework, but I have school from Monday to Saturday, and 100 times more homework than I should. Going to Saturday school can be difficult. If only my tiny handwriting was accepted by teachers. Instead, it's not. They say font 7 is too small, as I write in font 5. For the infinitieth time, they tell me it's too small. If only I knew what my pet hamster was thinking. He just sits there, maybe wondering what we were saying to him. But instead, he spins in his field all night long. If only good times lasted longer, and boring times were shorter, except it's the opposite. Lectures are long, a day in Disney World is strangely short. If only my hair was longer, down to my belly button, so I can tie it in a high ponytail up to the sky. But it's much shorter than I wish. If only global warming stops, then the polar bears will live. No one will lose homes. Every living thing will be happy. The earth will smile. If only I had everything, then the world won't be a puzzle. Life would be complete. Nothing to worry for. I wonder if you will be and get your ifs completed, if everything really will be perfect, because I know that thinking imaginary won't help me at all. No one is perfect. If they were, they would have the worst of life. Sad and happy times makes the closest to perfect.
What's the title of your poem?
In a world without pizza. I'm about to throw out my plate. I look into the garbage can and recoil. My heart rate speed, a viper striking the inside of my chest over and over and over. My mind twists into a massive fear, anticipating the impending doom. I look around at the unsuspecting faces. unaware of the disaster, nay murder, that had taken place so near. I know that somewhere in this crowd is the one who committed this crime, this offense to all humanity stands for, the one who had spelled the doom of mankind, for amid the rubble was an uneaten pizza crust. And this is my ode to bad breath. And it's long. Oh, my breath, infused with stench, you aid me to get a seat on a bus when all seats are taken. You allow me to pass through Times Square on New Year's Eve without a problem. Oh, bad breath, what would the millions of dentists who specialize in bad breath do for a living? Oh, bad breath, what would we do without you? In place of endless war and vigilance against you, we would have ceaseless boredom. Oh, bad breath, you stimulate physical exercise as we flee from your putrid odor. Without you, mankind would be a whining mass of fat, doomed to decay and rot. Oh, bad breath, without you the wheel would never have been made, for it was you who inspired Joe the caveman in a desperate attempt to escape his own bad breath to create this marvel. Imagine the world without the car, the bicycle, or the lawnmower. Oh, bad breath, it was you who inspired penicillin, originally intended as a breath freshener. Oh, bad breath, without you the pyramids would never have risen from the grit and sand of Egypt, for it was you who inspired the builders to make shelter from you in hope of less stinky days. Oh, bad breath, without you horses would never have developed a fourth leg to give them the capacity to run from bad breath. It was this fourth leg that allowed farmers to plow their fields and provide food for the world. Without you, mankind would be famished. 'Twas you, bad breath, that inspired fire, made to burn you and purge your odor from the air. Without you, bad breath, Benjamin Franklin would never have discovered electricity, for he believed that lightning was a cure to halitosis. Without you, Thomas Edison would never have invented the light bulb, for he intended it as a way to see bad breath, and spray it with ketchup, which was also made to destroy it. Without you, America would never have been discovered, for Columbus's main inspiration to sail across the sea was to flee from bad breath. Oh, bad breath, without you, Pangea would never have broken up, for it was a young dinosaur who breathed in too much bad breath, and his head exploded. Thus it was that the continents were formed, and the extinction of the dinosaurs came to be. Oh, bad breath, you stopped mankind from falling into decay. You gave us the wheel, penicillin, the pyramid, horses, food, the fan, the clock, the window, fire, electricity, the light bulb, the radio, ketchup, the table, the pillow, the continents, glue, paper, opposable thumbs, and so much more. Oh, bad breath, what would the world be like without you? Now I must go brush my teeth.
This poem is called If Only. If only I had a real monkey instead of a stuffed animal one. If only I could see more than trees when I look out my window. If only I could resist buying the newest issue of WW Magazine so that I didn't have to go through the heartbreak that occurs when I finish the issue. If only I could sleep at night, maybe I would be in a good mood the next day. If only the apple juice tasted like apple juice rather than artificially flavored sweat. If only I wasn't so tired, maybe I could keep my head up. If only I could go to an actual live WW event. If only my brother could be more like Jeremy Gilbert, maybe then my brother would be perfect. If only they made more number 2 pencils, then I would be set for life. If only I didn't want so much, maybe then my life wouldn't be so complicated. Oh, pickles. Oh, pickles and your goodness as I bite through your smooth, bumpy skin. Then I get a burst of your sour. Then I get a burst of sour juice as I chew on your crunchy insides. Oh, pickles, you fill my mouth with excitement. My taste buds have a party as your goodness dances in my mouth. Oh, pickles, you make my burgers taste better. Without you, I would not eat burgers. If only, pickles, you are my other half. You complete me. Oh, pickles, I love that.
This is my ode to barefoot. Oh, feet, you are free from the merciless prison of my shoes. You make me feel like an exalted king, free to do whatever I deem be done. You scream for joy as you are free in the world again. Your calluses, thick like a turtle shell, or a suit of shining golden armor. You are impenetrable. The constraints of everyday life are lifted as you slip from my shoes. As shoes are a telltale sign of cold and uncomfortable events. When shoes come off and you come out, weather gets warmer, flowers bloom. Oh, feet so bare, your art is pure and beautiful. You are an omen that wealth and plenty have come. This is called dawn. I sit disconnected from humanity as I draw, transcribing my imagination onto blank paper. My mind in sync with my pencil. My pencil, the gateway between imagination and what I draw. With my pencil, I command the paper. I change the nature of the paper when it meets my pencil as I draw. When I draw, my pencil funnels my imagination onto the paper. Paper is just a place where imagination can take shape.
Okay, so last year, if you guys were here, you heard Ode to Math that I made. And so, I still like math, so I made another one. So, this is my Ode to Math. Math. Its complexity inspires many, but challenges them also. From simple addition to high school calculus, your complexity varies. Equations you make are like sweet candies melting on my tongue. Like a magnet to metal, I draw in various equations into my head. The chants of these words and equations are like music to my ears. To feel a book contained with your knowledge inside is like a gorgeous painting. Your beauty confuses many, but some discover it. You're the king of subjects, all bowed down to you. Without you, all the other subjects will gain minimal interest. Many misapprehend your value. They mock your beauty, for they do not know. You are my leader, my closest friend. Your knowledge outnumbers all. I understand your beauty and your value. You're not just a subject, you're a nation, above all others. Math. And so, this is called The Poem to Sarah, and it's attributed to my Aunt Sarah, who died a few years ago. So this is my emotional poem. Oh Sarah, your voice I no longer hear. Your sweet sounds are silenced, your kind heart will be missed, and people will grieve your name. My dear, oh how I long for you. I try to grasp your hand, but your hand has left us forever. Your love and compassion has stayed with us, your kindness also. Can the love continue? Can I hear your sweet voice? The bright path that you took was darkened by your ashes. Laughter and smiles turned into cries of despair. My lonesome heart cries for you, dear aunt. Our hands try to reach you, but you're far away. Alas, my friend, we will meet again, and I will hear you calling me, Sarah. After James.
So is it on order?
No, it's on this one.
No, it isn't. Let's see. Yes, it is on the other one. It's right at the end of the other one.
My first poem is called If Only. I have two poems. If only I was an only child. If only I had spent more time with my dad when I was younger. If only my tears were turned to laughter. If only I was amazing. If only I was pleased with myself. If only my world wasn't so gray. If only I could open up a new world for a fresh, a clean start. But I am who I am still under my dark gray cloud. Then my second one is called Pollution. If only the world wasn't so polluted, then I would have a better life for everyone. If only the food wasn't so unhealthy, then there would not be so many people with cancer and diabetes. If only people weren't dying. If only people weren't in poverty. If only the world was a better place for us, humans, animals, life.
My poem is called Rain. Wetness. Not cold, just wet. Sweet drops roll down my face. Pitter patter on the metal roof of the car. Ping, ping, it goes. Flawless spheres of water. Rain. This poem is called Just Me. For once, it's just me. I don't look as I'm walking. I see a bird and I'm thinking. What is that bird thinking? What would it be like for me to randomly turn into a bird as I'm walking? But that's just thinking. If I could, I would turn into a bird, but that's not me. I want to be me. Thinking about being a bird while walking.
This poem is called Trees. The symmetrical palms of 1,000 hands, dancing the song of the spring breeze. Dark skin, tall, knotted knees. Your many arms reach underground, into the soil, lurking, finding the water. My next poem is called Love. Fire, swallowing everyone around it, but I am the only one there. Swallowing all hopes and dreams I've had, leaving me hot, steaming, unable to stop. The flame catches on to me, but nothing comes out. I am lost. I try to scream, but nothing comes out. I am lost.
Yeah.
As I float up into the air, I am dropped. The fire leaves, and then I realize that I was only dreaming, that I am in my own room, and I look up into my sky, looking into the night sky. The darkness makes me realize that the fire was the fire around me, the envy of people around me. And losing the fire was like understanding that everyone's the way they are, and there's nothing you can do to stop that, and that I am exactly the way I want myself to be. Myself. Lawful and true. Me.
My poem is called If Only. If only rain wasn't shamed upon, and instead it was encouraged for us to go outside and play. Get wet and have fun, not bothering or fussing over mud. If only rain was something we cherished, we loved, something we got to know. If only grass stains and mud splotches were the best accessory. If only people didn't care so much about what other people thought. If only appearance didn't matter and clothes were only here to get dirty. If only everyone wanted to get dirty, but they don't. Not everyone. And until that happens, I will have to wait. Wait for rain, wait for mud, wait for dirt, and wait for fun.
We'll try to do them at the end. Josh, you're next, okay, after Caitlin?
My next poem is called Ode to Silly Outfits. Oh, silly pants, how you sag and rest on people's buttocks, shredded and torn, covered with chains. Oh, silly belt, when will your use come into play? You're supposed to sit on the hip, but instead you sleep below the proper belt sitting area. Oh, silly hat, the way you balance on top of a head. You're just your rim, carefully placed above someone's crown. Your bill slanted to the side, covering every spot of the sensitive right ear. Oh, silly boxers, the way you plume and flourish above all others. No wonder everyone must show you off. Like a flag bubble deflating around someone's waist. Oh, silly beats, the way you dangle around someone's neck. Not plugged in, not producing any music. The way you sit, your purpose being wasted. Oh, silly outfits, when will your use come? You make my day.
Coming.
You want me to do it too?
1, 2, 3. I can ride on my back with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars. I can ride on my back with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars. But riding your bike needs a lot of skill. And trying your best is what it really means.
Everybody sing the chorus.
I can ride on my back with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars. I can ride on my back with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars. Bring you down, just believe and you'll have a crown. Keep on practicing and don't give up, and hope that love will cheer you up.
Forte.
I can ride on my back with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars. I can ride on my back with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars. Believe it and just feel free, and let yourself be. Just practice all you can on the road, and riding your bike won't feel like a load.
Crescendo.
I can ride on my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars. I can ride on my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars. Like that when me and my friends, like when me and Kristen, when we went to like all the way to the
We went to Skinner Mountain in the fall.
and I found this leaf. It was huge. It was bigger than my hand, seriously. Yeah. And the king leaf, it was big and giant. I found it on the forest ground. It was bigger than my hand, and it has brown veins, and it has a heart-shaped hole. Not this kind of heart, like not this one. Not just my king leaf. So.